everybody, welcome back to Circle Time with Elizabeth. Winter time is here. Can't really tell, there's not enough snow yet, but hopefully we can have a big snowstorm and we can get and go play out in the snow. So let's get started. Get out your arms, make out a chubby little snowman. Chubby little snowman, he had a carrot nose. Along comes a bunny, and what do you suppose? Hungry little bunny, he's looking for his lunch. He saw the snowman's carrot nose. Nibble, nibble, crunch. So make sure when you make a snowman, he's really tall, then the bunny can't reach the carrot nose. Right? Right. Okay. This is a snowflake. I know it's blue, but just so you can see it. Now I want you to pretend that you have a snowflake in your hand or use your finger. So this is how this song goes. There's a snowflake on my nose, on my nose. There's a snowflake on my nose, on my nose. I caught the little flake and I gave a little shake. Now there's a little snowflake on my nose, on my nose. There's a little snowflake, let's see, over my head, over my head. There's a little snowflake over my head, over my head. I caught the little flake and I gave a little shake. There's a snowflake on my head, on my head. There's a snowflake, let's see, next to my hip, next to my hip. There's a snowflake next to my hip, next to my hip. I caught the little flake and I gave a little shake. Give it a little shake. There's a snowflake beside my hip, beside my hip. Let's see. There's a snowflake between my knees, between my knees. There's a snowflake between my knees, between my knees. I caught the little flake and I gave a little shake. Give it a little shake. There's a snowflake between my knees, between my knees. There's a snowflake in my hand, in my hand. There's a snowflake in my hand, in my hand. I caught the little flake and I gave a little shake, shake. There's a snowflake in my hand, in my hand. But you know what's going to happen if you leave it in your hand? I think it's going to melt away and it'll be all gone. So now I have, what do you think this is? Is that a hat? I don't think so. But something you wear in the winter time, and usually you have two. It's a mitten, but this one is a gigantic mitten. And this story, The Mitten, written by Jan Brett. Let me get started. The mitten's on the ground, the mitten's on the ground. Hi ho, it's cold outside, the mitten's on the ground. And here comes, what is that? It's a mole. The mole burrows in, the mole burrows in. Hi ho, it's cold outside, the mole burrows in. Oh, he's gonna fit into that big mitten. Let's see, okay. Let's see who's next. The mitten's on the ground, the mitten's on the ground. Hi ho, it's cold outside, the mitten's on the ground. Let's see who's this. It's the cat? No, it's a rabbit. The rabbit hops right in. The rabbit hops right in. Hi ho, it's cold outside. The rabbit hops right in. Now, the next animal to come along is, let's see, the mitten's on the ground. The mitten's on the ground. Hi ho, it's cold outside. The mitten's on the ground. Oh, look at him. It's a little hedgehog. The hedgehog snuffles in. The hedgehog snuffles in. Hi ho, it's cold outside. The hedgehog snuffles in. I think it's getting tight in there. That's 3 animals in there. The mittens on the ground. The mittens on the ground. Hi ho, it's cold outside. The mittens on the ground. This one goes, ooh, ooh, ooh. It's a owl. The owl swoops in. The owl swoops in. Hi ho, it's cold outside. The owl swoops in. He flies into the mitten. The mittens on the ground. The mittens on the ground. Hi ho, it's cold outside. The mittens on the ground. This one's black and white. But you know what? He's not smelly like the skunk. It's a badger. The badger climbs in. The badger climbs in. Hi ho, it's cold outside. The badger climbs in. There we go. The mittens on the ground. The mittens on the ground. Hi ho, it's cold outside. The mittens on the ground. This one looks like a puppy dog sometimes. Some people think he's a dog. It's a fox. The fox trots right in. The fox trots right in. Hi ho, it's cold outside. The fox trots right in. And in he goes. Oh, it's getting tight in here. Can I get him in? Let's see. Oh, his ears are getting stuck. That's why. There we go. Okay. The next animal to come around is going to be the mittens on the ground. The mittens on the ground. Hi ho, the cold outside. The mittens on the ground. This one has a big voice. It's a great big bear. The bear lumbers in. The bear lumbers in. Hi ho, it's cold outside. The bear lumbers in. And in he goes. Whoa. See, it's getting so full we can't get them in anymore. Oh my goodness. What's going to happen to the mitten? The mitten's on the ground. The mitten's on the ground. Hi ho, it's cold outside. The mitten's on the ground. This one's itty bitty little mouse. The mouse wriggles in. The mouse wriggles in. Hi ho, it's cold outside. The mouse wriggles in. And you know what's going to happen? The mouse is going to wriggle in. Wriggle, 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 wriggle in. And it's going to tickle the bear's nose. And he goes, ha, 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 choo! And what's going to happen? I think maybe they'll all fall out. What do you think? Because that's a pretty full mitten. And there we are, friends. That's the end of today's circle time. Hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now.